you're losing your touch. You would do about 20 of them.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you?
I got a lot of talking to do the next few days.
Oh, is that what they're...
That's what it is.
I thought we just got
I pay
started.
a price for too much screaming. I can't talk the next day.
I thought we just got started. I was ready to... Oh, my God, I lost the whole thing. This was a major part. I'm going to go home all depressed.
A little bit.
Media wants to talk to you, I presume.
Hi.
Are you head on?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again. Good to see me. Not so much. Thanks. I feel loved. Yeah, I'll give you a kiss. I think I'll pass on that. Okay, maybe just step down on the ground here. Maybe come away from the speaker if you're going to. That's good.
Okay, I'm first, right?
Way more.
Maybe it was not that first.
Don't ever say you're lonely, just lay your problems on me and I'll be waiting there for you.
I'll ask them.
The stars can be so blinding when you get tired of fighting.
So I heard 2 or 3 topics there: healthcare, privatizing healthcare, the cleaning and the hospital services, as well as work safe issues.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about those 2 topics, what people are worried about.
Well, of course, in healthcare, we're very concerned with the move to privatize the management in our healthcare system. We're also a little confused over the split between the 2 health authorities. Vitality's CEO and board of directors have come out clearly against it, yet Horizon's CEO seems to be supporting it now. I don't quite understand that, and I would have, the question I would ask would be, is that just the CEO's position, or has the board actually ruled or talked about this or voted on it? So, and of course the concerns around when you privatize the management, what our fear is what normally happens is that the whole service ends up getting privatized after. If we look at experiences from around the world with Sodexo, it isn't always stellar, and I think New Brunswick deserves better. Specifically, what the CEO, is that by keeping it public, they can generate savings. They don't think that privatization is the option. So why is Horizon on the other end of the spectrum, and why is government hell-bent to go in this direction?
Any further developments with that? Have you met with government on, or are they? It sounds to you like it's full speed ahead.
It appears to be full speed ahead. I know our leadership that represents healthcare workers have been attending meetings, and I've been trying to get meetings with Mr. Woodrow, and that'll be ongoing. I don't know that it's a done deal yet. I think they've got time to smell the coffee, look at the facts, and change directions on this one.
What's the biggest concern for your members if that deal goes ahead?
Well, the biggest concern for our members is when you privatize the service is their jobs or employment. But that's the primary one. The secondary, and maybe it's the primary, is the level of care to patients. I mean, as you know, I recently spent, but a little over a year ago, three weeks in the St. John Hospital, and to be quite honest, I seen a team approach from all levels in the hospital, on the cardiac wing that I was on anyway, that everybody seemed to click, gel. It was a team approach. And my biggest fear, from my perspective, having been a patient, is if you introduce a private sector component to that, there'll be a wall, and that gelling or just isn't going to be there.
That's good for me.
Good.
Yep. Thank you, Dan.
All right, anytime.
So you spoke for 10 minutes, they're going to use 30 seconds. You got something to say fast, 30
I've always
seconds?
got something to say for you, Charles. What do you want me to say?
Nothing. Same thing. Same issue.
We need the bus, or?
I'll go with Brian.
All right, good.
Thanks.
I got workers' compensation, talking about workers.
Yeah. Well,
And,
the biggest thing on workers' compensation for us is the 3-day waiting period. Everything seems to be driven or oriented towards.
They still have that 3-day waiting period?
Yeah, in New Brunswick we still have the 3-day waiting period, and the way we look at that, if you look at most collective agreement, what the definition of discipline is a financial penalty. Taking a worker's 3 days pay away because he got hurt doing the employer's work is, in my view, is discipline. So workers are getting disciplined for getting injured doing the workers, the employers' work.
Were you at the meeting yesterday?
No, I've been busy.
So who was there? Mr. Irving and who else? Is that what?
not the
Is that it? Is that the main thing here, Mr. Irving?
Well, certainly Irving's a big employer in the province, and I don't know. I would assume that they're like the other employers. They're concerned about their rates going up, but it's time. The rates are actually lower today, a lot lower than they were in 1992. And other things are cheaper for not only are their workers' comp rates lower, but taxes for a lot of corporations, as you know, have gone down. They're paying less tax. EI payments keep going down. So they're paying less. So to say they can't pay their insurance for injured workers, and what's workers' comp all about in the first place? It's about protecting workers.
Yep.
So the onus or the emphasis all seems to be on keeping the rates low and not on the benefits or programs for injured workers.
Brian Gallant want changes, and they need a new CEO for Work Safe New Brunswick. Did they ask you for the job?
No, they didn't ask me.